A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts. So, he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusions. By thoughts, I mean specifically chatter in the skull. Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event.
I'm not trying to put you down. It's an expression of you as you are. One must live. We need to survive, to go on. We must go on.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Greg Escone. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Home for Dinner and what they've done for myself and so many other veterans in Northwest Arkansas. So a little bit about me. I was in the Army from 2005 to December 2012. While I was in, I did 2 deployments to Iraq and 1 to Afghanistan for about 39 months total over there in that part of the country. So let's see, while you're in the service, there's so many reminders about how thankful, we as Americans are for your service. But, when you get out, not that we do it for that reason, but when you get out, there's not so much, there's not a whole lot of things that, remind you of how grateful people are that you did serve, that the things you did mattered and that they continue to matter today. So I started school at NWAC whenever I got out. I believe I started in August 2014, and that's when I ran into Miss Beth Hickman and her organization, Home for Dinner. So at the time they were giving out gift cards, $50 gift cards that really did mean a lot, because so many veterans and all the meals they miss, whether they're on field exercises or they're deployed to Iraq or Afghanistan or other countless places around the globe. There's so many dinners you miss, so many birthdays, maybe even births of their children, so being able to take your family out, and just have a meal, it just means so much, not just to the veteran, but I'm sure the family as well. And so I got my gift card from them, and I remember I went to Red Lobster and had a very filling meal. As a student, there's not a lot of extra cash you have riding around, so you can go out and have these nice dinners. So on that same note, Home for Dinner, they started giving away scholarships as well. And whenever I was getting out of the military, I thought like everything in school would be paid for. That was my idea of the GI Bill. And it's kind of funny, everybody that tells you how it's going to be when you get out has never been out. So, when you get to school there and you find out that your books aren't paid for, or just so many random things aren't paid for. And then you look for these scholarships, and, Home for Dinner gives scholarships exclusively to veterans or their family members. So those scholarships, they help bridge the gap, whether that's somebody like me in nursing school trying to pay for scrubs, a stethoscope, lab coat, or just books in general. So these scholarships really, they go so far to bridge the gap, like paper, printing supplies, all these extra things that, you just think are going to be covered when you get out, and they're not. So these scholarships, they mean so much, and, just being able to constantly give, and get that reminder that, how thankful people in our area are for, the things we did and the things we went through. So, like I said, I was in nursing school, finished, and now, I've got a calling to serve veterans. So I'm currently working at the VA here in Fayetteville, Arkansas, in the emergency department, and it's great to be able to pay it forward. I try not to overstep my bounds, but I do try to let veterans that live in our area know, that our organization exists and, what all they can do for us. So, I'm just really grateful, and somehow or another, I ended up on the board of Home for Dinner, and I don't think honored is a good enough word to explain how I feel. And I know, like, I do have a calling to serve. Back when COVID first started, which is why we're doing digital, right? It's been a great year in healthcare. New Orleans was hit really hard, and I had the opportunity to go down there and help the VA because they were just swamped in. It's just that calling to serve, and then it's amazing to know that there's people like Beth Hickman and all these other individuals in Northwest Arkansas, as well as hopefully around the country, that are just so willing to serve and give more than themselves and give something to an organization that's bigger than themselves and just help veterans. Like myself and so many others, just help us in ways that we really never knew existed. And I'm so grateful and thankful to Home for Dinner for helping bridge that gap. And I don't think people realize, like, just how far $50 goes. Whether that's buying a meal or buying some groceries to cook dinner at home, or even the food pantries that they provide at school, just a snack throughout the day. It's just these little things that just mean so much to, well, they meant so much to me while I'm in school, and I'm sure they mean so much to the veterans and their families that are currently in school right now, even though COVID home, right? But that's a little bit about me. I could go on and talk forever, but I'm just so grateful and just blessed of what Home for Dinner has brought to veterans here in Northwest Arkansas. Thank you.
Alright, this is a mic test, just checking to see how it's working, checking to see if the video works. This is our backup plan. Let's see how it all looks. Got anything coming? Alright, this is a mic test, just checking to see how it's working, checking to see if the video works. This is our backup plan. Let's see how it all looks. Got anything coming?
O Saint